and welcome back to Totally Pointless. I'm TJ, and soon, I hope, I'll be joined by my co anchor JT. Though he's still piecing his life back together after, well, let's just say his romantic adventures could rival any soap opera. But more on that later. Okay, so here's the deal. We're out on the East Coast in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, home to rugged coastlines, moose traffic jams, and the world's friendliest people. It's a place where you can lose your Wi Fi, but find your soul. When JT and I decided to start this podcast, the world looked a little different. For starters, JT had made a bold move to Ontario for a girl. Spoiler alert, it didn't work out. Now just picture this: JT's belongings scattered on her lawn in the rain while he was at work because she decided she wanted her ex back. Classic. Anyway, he's back in Cape Breton now, and we're planning a full episode dedicated to dissecting the giant red flags JT seems to magnetically attract. Stay tuned for that gem. Now, as for me, I'm your stereotypical blonde. Not saying I'm not smart, but let's just say I've had my fair share of oops moments that might explain why blonde jokes exist. Now, I had to figure out this whole podcast thing on my own with the help of my trusty sidekick, Google. During the day, I run a payment processing company called Payment Solutions. And at night, yeah, at night, that's when I'm furiously typing how to start a podcast into search bars. It's been a learning curve, but here we are. So I know what you're thinking. I'm not really a rebel without a cause, but I got into the payment processing company. Well, I also own a candle company. And for, over 12 years, I did work in the payment processing industry. I worked for major players here in Canada and the US. And honestly, I was tired of lying to business owners, upping their rates and ripping them off. And a huge thing, I want to see cash. I want cash to stay alive. So, you know, I've actually said no to businesses that are, cashless. That's not the type of world that I want to live in. Others may have their own opinion. Again, I'm not saying that I'm right, but um, on this one, being in the industry, I feel that I have a good leg to stand on when I say, please always accept cash first. Anyway, so now why a podcast, right? Well, like many of you, I've had it up to here with the Trudeau administration. So I was out there during the convoy protests. I actually had my bank account seized. Well, wasn't seized, but it was frozen for 3 days. So a lot less than a lot of other people. And that was, unfortunately, I didn't send a whole lot either, but that's another story. I was standing out strong at the Cape Breton, Newfoundland ferry for the Axe Attacks rally. Now, I was seeing, what a lot of people, even on the other end of Nova Scotia, were dealing with the police, the RCMP. I'm going to be honest, guys. Out here, it was totally different. Like our local police were bringing us coffees and cheering us on from the sidelines, even though they couldn't officially join us. So we had a different experience with it, minus the cold and the rain. Um, we were actually treated pretty well. So I did see all the videos and the pictures, and I was like, whew. Anyway, do I trust politicians? No, no, not really. Pierre is saying the right things, though, and I like his no nonsense approach. But let's just be honest. I mean, it's hard to trust anyone in politics. Ideally, we'd see some independent leaders shape things up, but that feels like a pipe dream for now. What I do promise to bring you both sides of every story. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. Call me out. I'm here to learn just as much as I'm here to share. JT and I might not be polished political experts, but we're real people with real concerns about our country's future. Now, speaking of JT, let's circle back to him quick. He's finally back in Cape Breton and ready to dive into this podcast life with me. In the meantime, I've been doing some heavy lifting. Yes, I've used AI to help, right? I've needed them, guys. They've helped to structure these episodes. It's been a lifesaver while JT was, sorting out his lawn in the rain situation. But don't get it twisted. Every word, every idea was researched and crafted by me before AI made it just it sound pretty. Our goal is simple: keep you informed, make you think, and if we're lucky, make you laugh along the way. My journey to this point hasn't been smooth. My Facebook account was banned after I said some not so nice things about Trudeau. Oopsies. If anyone does know how to get a banned Facebook account back, please let me know in the comments. I would honestly completely appreciate it. I made a few after that and they were all banned within 24 hours. So I guess it's my IP address. So if anyone's dealt with that, please leave it in the comments if there's a little work way around that. Okay. So that's really our intro. We're here. We're real. I've seen, some of the comments thinking that we were just AI, that we were bots. We're definitely real people, and we're ready to take on everything from politics to JT's love life. And trust me, there's a lot to unpack there. Anyway, I want to thank you all for tuning in to Totally Pointless. I really appreciate a lot of the comments out there. You guys have been fabulous. Again, if you want to continue to hear more, don't forget to like and subscribe. As I said, we're just getting started and you won't want to miss the chaos. Until next time, guys, take care, stay informed, and don't let the blondes like me steal all the fun. Bye bye.